Hello and willkommen. Bonjour et bienvenue. Privet i dobro. Welcome to You Were Saying, a podcast where the hosts argue about the random topic. Didn't I already say that? With a Polas Verde. Wait, what? Am I saying the same? With a twist. What's going on? One of the hosts is attempting to do a random allotment of secret tasks without the others knowing. These tasks range all the way from Unterbrechen! Interrupting people to talking in crazy accents. At the end of the episode, everyone votes on who they believe the saboteur is due to their suspicious activity. I swear it's not me today, guys. Can you guess the saboteur before we do? Today's topic, as you can tell by me constantly redoing everything, is what piece of media desperately needs a reboot? As you can tell, I did 7 different languages there of the intro.
So you rebooted English?
I rebooted
fucking
English.
What?
If I could make just a personal request, it's great to do those intros. Just give me a little hey, I'm going to scream into the mic.
Actually, that was just German. So German is a very...
German just goes hard.
Just goes hard. So I'll do it. Just say hey, no, that is not... what you are having is my food. It's Nein, das ist mein Gesessen.
Caught him, Dara.
Yeah. But anyway, to warm everyone up, I had a little bit of fun. Everyone was looking at me. They were laughing under the tables because they did not expect me to speak German, Russian, Macedonian, Somalian, French,
Somalian,
Captain.
okay.
and a whole bunch of other ones.
Yeah, wow.
So if you can
Well,
comment
hopefully
in
your
all the languages I
pronunciation
used,
of the Somali language is correct. Otherwise, we'll lose that entire audience.
they can pirate it.
Oh, wow. I feel like you chose that specifically hoping one of us was going to bite so that we could... Oh, right,
I'm
okay.
the podcast now.
He's playing like a fucking film.
Don't give me pasta.
It's like a Noah humor or something.
Were you
but-
saying the same thing in each of those languages?
Yeah. So literally the beginning was hello and welcome repeating, and then I did twist repeating.
Okay.
And then German was interrupting people, so the Unterbrechen is like interrupting or interruption. Okay.
There you go.
Did
Well,
twist in 3 different languages. Did a whole bunch. Counted in 2 different languages.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. So yes, today's topic is what piece of media I would say desperately needs a reboot.
I wouldn't.
And
just really is a bit of a push, but sure.
the desperately, the reason why I dropped it in there is because the person who I'm going to go to first, Liam, what is your choice?
Look, I think a lot of things these days are getting a bit tired, a bit stretched. And we get to that point where the new
I didn't
generation...
like the eye contact with that when you said tight and stretched.
It's the day before Valentine's Day as well.
Happy Valentine's Day, you're tired, you're stretched.
Hey, baby, we're going to
Tired,
try a new
stretched, and
sex
a bit
move. It's called the
depressed.
Tiki Torch.
Yeah, I just think that we're reaching that point where newer generations aren't aware of the significance of things. So I think we should reboot the original trilogy of Star Wars.
Fuck you! Are you serious?
Okay, original. Okay, all right.
I see where you're coming from. Like as in New Hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the original?
So
Yeah.
everyone who's basically grown up these days hasn't really had a chance to look at that, and they've aged quite poorly.
I do also think that Disney is the company to do it.
Disney's definitely
would
got
do
the
it well.
chops to
Yep.
be up to par with the original trilogy of Star
Who
Wars.
do you think they would cast as Luke, Paul?
I refuse
actually,
to
Tom Holland.
participate.
Tom
do
Holland
you know
would be
what
great
would be
Luke.
better?
Richard
do you know who
Madden's
they
Han
could
Solo.
bring back as like the Palpatine character for the trilogy? Mark Hamill.
Oh, I was thinking of someone else. I'll get into my casting choices
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to
appreciate
get
that.
into it right now, but I think I've got some pretty
Yep.
solid casts.
I look forward to hearing
Okay,
this. Yeah.
so Liam's locking in the original Star Wars
That's
trilogy.
me.
Why? What did I do? What? Did I do something?
Why do you think this is
I don't
all
understand.
about? Seriously, Mr. Narcissist over there, what do you think this is all about you?
No, it's about me.
I don't think it is.
So we've already lit the gasoline.
No, whatever. I don't care.
It's not bad. It's fine.
We're going to jump over to
give a shit.
James. What are you picking?
Now, I'm a big fan of British comedy. And the thing that the Brits do really well is they just do short form stuff. They, has 10, 15, 20 episodes and then it's done.
Not short form, just small seasons.
Short form.
Short form.
Short
Limited
form.
series. 5
I'm using the
minutes.
term short form.
You would use that term.
I would.
But it's also incorrect.
I don't care.
Would it be classified as a limited
so I am,
series?
Yeah.
I am choosing Mr. Bean.
Oh, you know what?
I
fuck.
absolutely
Yeah,
adore Mr.
shit,
Bean.
that's
I
actually
think it's
really
absolutely
behind that.
phenomenal. I believe there are like 12 to 15 episodes
Yeah.
of that
Not
show.
even.
Yeah. And people
yeah.
are like, oh my
I
God,
think
there's
it's
like,
like 8.
yeah, it's so short. And I'm not talking about the animated series. That's fucking
No,
shit.
that was
What
like,
about
I
the movies?
love the
That was
animated
fun as
series. I
well.
love that.
It
It wasn't
but
the
it's not
same,
the
but it
same.
wasn't
It doesn't.
bad.
It doesn't have the physical comedy
No.
that
Oh,
Rowan
man.
Atkinson
I
brings to the
agree.
role.
Who
So,
would you get, though? Or do we come
Rowan
back to that?
Atkinson.
What?
Oh,
It
he's
would
like,
be Rowan Atkinson.
Let's
Only
say,
him.
let's say,
Isn't he like
hypothetically, let's say he doesn't want to come back.
He will.
Let's say he doesn't.
Okay.
Who you getting?
His
But
daughter.
to be fair, as three of the people sitting at this table, James,
Julianne
Paul, and
Atkinson.
myself, Atkinson is probably one of the biggest engine heads. that
Oh,
I've-
huge.
Oh, he absolutely loves cars.
Big car
Like,
guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen him doing like rally driving and all that kind of stuff?
Liam, a car is something that you put petrol in to go fast.
Not technically true, but okay.
I was mocking him.
Sorry.
So it's 15 episodes.
15, yeah, that's
15,
what I
is
thought.
that
Yeah,
it?
nah, that's the thing. I believe the last episode was where he painted his own house with
No, the last episode's where the Mini gets crushed.
Yeah,
by
by the tank.
Oh, that's right.
I've watched it
Yeah.
once because it was so sad.
He's done more
Yeah.
episodes of Blackadder than he has of Mr. Bean.
Blackadder's also good. I
And
like
even that's
Blackadder.
probably like maybe 20-something episodes.
Yeah.
Just the original Blackadder,
Blackadder would be a good one.
like the medieval one is 24,
Oh, yeah.
and then you've got like was it the First World War?
Yeah,
that
it was the first
Blackadder
one,
goes
the Great War.
fourth.
Yeah,
that was
Great
the
War.
third season.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so great choices all around so far.
Well,
So we're going to hit it over to the.
so if you were a child, right, in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a show that was on ABC Kids that was an absolute banger and they never finished it. And what... Huh?
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel
And
it
the storylines were awesome.
Okay.
The premise was fantastic. The graphics, it was ABC Kids. Give it a go. But I think that they should both make a reboot and finish the goddamn story of Silver Sun.
You would think that.
I would. It was a banger.
It was okay.
It was a great show.
It was.
They found a ship that
fine.
left after them stranded.
Dasko's passed away.
Yeah, because they went through a wormhole.
They wormholed. Love a wormhole.
Okay.
They had clones cryogenically frozen on the ship, and they were going to be like the organ donors. Except they accidentally reanimated one, and he became sentient. And they're like, "Well, we can't kill him. What are we going to do?"
Well, yeah, of course.
Very
it can.
interesting ethical and moral questions.
Is that the
Yeah,
one
but
with
so-
the EDM banger of an intro song?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. I was because the 90s like had some of the
The
greatest
90s had
shows.
some weird live action shit on ABC.
It wasn't just the live act. Remember there was the one where there was like the push to make a new Power Rangers, and there was just a shit ton of
Beetle
the
guys,
Beatles.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was the other one where there was the kid loved playing video games, and the video game characters got
Ace
brought
Lightning.
into-
Ace Lightning,
yeah.
I have that. It's literally in our list.
Fuck yeah, Ace
I
Lightning.
got Ace
was-
Lightning and Zorro.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Zorro.
I thought Zorro was pretty good.
As in Antonio Banderas.
No, Javier Bardem replaces Antonio Banderas.
Oh, that's a cast.
That's a cast.
Is that just because he's a good actor as well?
No, it's because it's our podcast.
Because
Have
we
you
love-
watched by the way?
Have you
2004.
have you watched Javier Bardem and Josh Brolin like essentially like having like a bromance on the set of Dune? Because they did No
that's
Country for
cute.
Old Men together, and so their friendship has just been in the background this whole entire time. And
That's
then when
cute.
they're filming,
I like that.
filming
I like
Dune,
that.
he's like, there's little scenes of him like where they're in a little AP scene. He's like, "That is my dog back there, Brolin, Brolin."
Am I completely misremembering Javier Bardem being in Dune 1?
He was the warrior.
He had like a little role in the first
He's
one.
the guy
Okay,
who spat
right.
and they were going
Oh,
to
he
kill him.
was
But
at
they're
the
like,
end,
no,
right,
he's
okay,
giving you his moisture.
He's like
Yes,
Martian
right.
Manhunter in Snyder's Justice
Oh,
League.
yeah. I've definitely seen that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Where he just comes in and says, "I'll be in
briefly.
the next one."
Hello, I am Martian Manhunter. Goodbye.
You won't get me now, but your
By the
kids
way,
will
the
love me.
most like the
He
only
was that
one.
FBI agent guy, right? So that was it.
Yeah.
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 No, he was one of
in
the
the Cavill
warriors
ones?
with the blue eyes.
White Dragon.
Shut up.
The
My
Iraqi
blue
warrior.
eyes.
So,
You fool.
so we've gone around the table.
Back to you, buddy.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
going to
yeah.
pick,
So
Dasko?
I am picking. Now, James is straight away going to say a stupid choice,
Probably.
but I had so much fun with it. Like thinking of this part. So, election coverage.
Okay.
Now, just wait.
Well, at least I'm not coming last.
I'm
Clearly
talking
not.
about. So I'm gonna so you can think about it. I want to mix election coverage with Takashi's Castle.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Oh my god! You know what though? It's not terrible.
Oh my
watch the
God,
shit
Barnaby
out
would
of it.
be so... Well, no,
All
he'd
the
actually be
old
terrible
people
because he has
can't
no...
make it
That's
through
so funny.
because
Oh, man.
they can't get through all the kind of really, really strenuous activity stuff.
So hang on, sorry. So you're not saying it's election coverage with the Takeshi's Castle, like the overdub. The members, the parliament members,
That's
have to
better.
go and do.
Yeah. They have to do like a Takashi's
that-
Castle
hang
thing
on.
where in between each round they have their little...
That's not a thing though. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm
you
saying I'm
can't reboot-
rebooting election coverage. And then I was giving you my descriptor of how I'm going to do it.
He's rebooting it with a spin.
Yes. Like everything's...
us.
Like
That would
Star
never
Wars, we're
happen.
going to reboot it with a spin.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I
just-
still
I
don't
just-
buy the election coverage thing. That's just like saying, I think we should do this and make it fucking sick. Like, it's not. That's not going to
so
happen.
wait.
You can't reboot something that's not real.
You say...
I'm just saying.
Elections are real, man.
Elections
in
are
this
real
country,
unless they're-
in this country, they're real.
We'll come back to the stupid Wogs pick as usual.
It's got nothing to do with that. I'm just saying it's not a good pick because it doesn't make sense to the topic.
Well, would it count if he reboots Takeshi's Castle then?
Yes.
And just the stars
But it's
are
already been rebooted,
Different,
Takashi's
different
Castle.
No,
political
but you
figures.
reboot it with...
Okay, but then I'm rebooting media coverage.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was two options that I had.
happy to give it to him.
And I'll like...
I'm
so,
indifferent.
Okay, so here
I'm
you
already
go.
fired up from Star
I'll tell you
Wars.
what. Yeah,
I'm not going to have a go at you.
I know you are.
Ever again.
But
But
you got to see Thomas. You didn't get to see Jekyll Thomas with
the tank engine?
No, Thomas the Tank Engine's worse than Jekyll Thomas.
What the hell's
What's
Jekyll
happening?
Thomas?
So when
Are
we
you
got to the
referring
end
to
of the video
yourself?
game one and I just shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, if like you listen to the episode and I go silent, that's Thomas coming out. That's like repressive anger. Then there's Jekyll Thomas where he gets like he will snap this table. Then there's Thomas the Tank Engine.
You should, because it might even liven the place up.
It's a
This place is a
leave the
shithole.
table
Why
alone.
have
It's a
you
nice
named your
table.
personalities?
Because I have to.
Okay, fair
Because I
enough.
give people warnings. I'm like, Jekyll's coming out.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
add to the
then you have
trash.
to go through that whole
And then-
diatribe of explaining who Jekyll Thomas is.
Then they'll see it. Okay. So
Don't you mean Jekyll Thomas's monster?
Okay, so we've got on the table. So we've got Liam is rebooting
Hello.
the Star Wars trilogy,
Original
the
trilogy
original
specifically.
trilogy. So
trilogy, yep.
for those of you following along, number 4, 5, and 6, not 1, 2, and 3. James is rebooting
Mr. Bean.
You are
Silver
rebooting
Sun,
Silver
the
Sun.
2004
I am
concept.
doing the election coverage.
Basically the same,
So,
you and I, Paul.
I'm not. The funny thing is, I made a note in my selection. I will not
What can I do?
talk political about. Like I'll just
I
use the
will.
form. You can if you want to, but I'm not the one who's going to instigate it. Okay?
What was your
I'll
pick
instigate
again?
you.
Yeah. No, like as in-
Coalition,
as in-
Labour, and the Greens all have an even playing field.
Anyways,
They can
I wanted
Parliament
to give
and
myself
shoot
a
you in the
punching
head.
bag.
Okay.
So because when we were talking in the car going to see the main man Hoff,
Yeah.
you told me you were gonna
Yeah.
piss someone off.
Yeah, I did.
And so I wanted to take a topic that can essentially divert some of his anger from just your thing to my thing as well.
I'm not angry.
Okay. Just wait.
Let's get into the
Do
second
I have
part.
multiple polls? I don't know what's going to
Is
happen.
I want to get into casting
So
and
if-
what I'm rebooting
I was going to say, is there
specifically.
a topic that you could pick that would try and piss me off? Because I just don't
Oh,
care.
I
What's
definitely
the
give it a
best
go.
meat you can
I'm
eat?
sure you could. Oh,
Yeah, that's the
bacon.
topic.
Bacon, obviously.
Bacon.
No, we already asked him that question and he knocked it out with colours in the New Year's Eve episode. Like,
Yeah, I'm a
I
very...
don't remember.
what
Oh, well-
race would you get rid of in
Oh,
2024?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon.
All right, let's
So-
get into
Alright,
that.
yeah,
Okay,
cast-
So
Custom.
if we were to reboot this into a video format, it
Okay.
would fade to black, act 2, reasons.
Okay. So the main reason I want to reboot the original trilogy is because there's definitely like a larger script and there's scenes that we missed out on because George Lucas is, not very good at what he does.
He isn't a good writer.
So I want to expand on the home life of Luke, like he originally did before he chopped and butchered that movie up. So I'm thinking Luke Skywalker, Tom Holland, obviously, easy pick. Ben Kenobi. I'm thinking he's getting a bit old now, so maybe a Jeff Goldblum.
I was... actually, no,
Fuck.
Jeremy Irons.
I
think
feel like
Jeremy
Jeremy Irons
Irons
will take it too
Okay.
seriously.
So
No, you
Paul
wouldn't. Have you
is
have you
dying
seen
on
Aragon?
the table. But you got to admit,
Jeremy Irons is a good call.
Jeremy Irons or imagine
Goldblum's
Jeff
terrible.
Goldblum.
No.
But he's
Gold-
like...
You know who Goldblum is? You know who Goldblum is?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks.
You better watch it. We're wanted men.
I want to.
That was actually a reasonable impression.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
You
Jess.
did well. You did well.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm thinking. Obviously, those guys fit
Yep,
really well.
Yep.
Who are you picking? So you got because you have Tom Holland as Luke.
Got to have Zendaya. As
yeah, as Leia. Like, and the fact is that later on you would find out that they're like siblings, but they would set up the premise of being more woke to being adopted siblings.
Actually, you know what? I think it's. I just
Well,
think
technically, Vader is black, so it makes sense.
I'm thinking just from the
Yeah, he is.
stigma.
His suit is black.
And we wanted to make something fresh, you know. We
Yeah,
don't want to
you
do the
do.
same thing. So
Yeah.
I think maybe Timothy Chalamet as Princess Leia would be good.
Oh,
Just
I like
to change it
that.
up a bit, make it
Yeah.
Prince Leia, you know.
So, yeah. You know what? Timothy
And then
Chalamet
we'd
is
have
actually a
to-
phenomenal actor.
He is
he'd do
very
well.
good. I think he'd make a really good
I think he
princess.
would.
Prince Leia, sorry. And then
Would it be
As
Leia though? Yeah, because
you should have Bert Crush. Who? Bert Crush.
yeah, okay, yep.
Tom Segura's mate.
Yeah, I am the mature.
Yeah,
He's like a fifth of Scotch in every scene he's in. He's
Yeah.
just-
So I think that's a solid pick. Oh, of course,
Who would you have
Han
as
Solo.
Han Solo?
Han Solo is the big
Ooh,
one. I
Han
think it's
Solo.
going to
He's
be
already cast. No,
no.
you
Ooh.
could bring back what's his name from Solo?
Donald Glover.
As Han Solo.
as Lando?
No,
It's Han Solo.
Yeah, that would work.
Donald Glover's, yeah, I think he'd do the role well.
Donald Glo- he's
got
very
that.
good
He's got
actor.
that
By the
arrogance
way,
as well.
Has anyone watched his new series?
Yes.
It's pretty good. I
I
enjoyed
actually
it.
quite
I
like
thought
it.
I didn't like the ending, but
I like the throwaway opening where it's like
yeah, I like that.
Brad Pitt
Yeah.
and Angelina Jolie like in the house, but they got characters that look
If you haven't
like
watched it,
I haven't.
it's pretty
It's good.
very
It's good.
Highly recommend it.
I
Very
like that.
weird.
It's on Amazon.
I think I'd do some things for the fans as well.
Yep,
You know,
please.
so like at Jabba's Palace, the little eye thing that comes out, I'd make that Sam Witwer. Just and not like an eye. Just I'd make the guy walk out in like a t-shirt and jeans.
He does need to be in live action stuff.
Una
I think.
tuta.
Oh, but then how would you make Jabba the Hutt appeal to a wider audience?
Nick Frost. Just Nick Frost.
Just Nick Frost.
Just Nick Frost.
Hello.
Like the original 70s release of Star Wars. It's just a dude.
So would you put like Simon Pegg as C-3PO?
No, he'd have to be Bib Fortuna.
Shut your fucking mouth. This is blasphemy.
And then the door opens up and you see Simon Pegg is like, all right, he'll see you. Come on.
Somebody never taken a shit.
Now, really, the question is, who's directing these films?
Oh,
Who are we getting in?
we're going to have different directors because
of course.
obviously we have to do different directors. So the first one will have to be directed by Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, he'd do a good job.
And I'm thinking for Empire Strikes Back, we should do someone that maybe is trying to get into the industry, but maybe like a Kristen Wiig or something like that for Empire.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig. So
I'll
who's
tell you
gonna?
what, for the third film, you should bring back one of the original cast to direct the third installment.
No,
Yeah,
no.
what's his
Episode 6 should be George Lucas, but he's not allowed to do anything because the producers are telling him to do everything. So it's directed by George Lucas, but he
Yeah,
has
it's really
no
good.
involvement
I really like
whatsoever.
that.
It's
I think
just
we've
the
got
producers.
somebody.
I'll tell you
Episode
what,
6, the return of my rich white ass.
no, what to make money up just in case the other two are flops.
Are they going to make money?
We should open up like essentially like do like a Patreon for the third one where the person who gives the most money Kickstart Return of the Jedi.
Oh, we could get Elon to direct it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Elon.
everything
And
like
he can make the cars.
the AT-ATs
Oh, the
with
Star
Tesla symbols on the
Teslas.
side.
Teslas on the AT-ATs.
They're all solar paneled, so they have to take one step, wait 3 days.
All right, everyone, we
Another
got a
step.
break while they all update their software. Run.
They'll be in that firefight, and then Han will look back at Luke and be like, "Don't get cocky, kid. But you should get cocky because those Teslas are really hard to hit and are affordable."
And their armor plating is impenetrable.
No. Well, the Death Tesla,
That shot's
obviously,
a 1 in
the
a billion.
Death
That's a hold-on
Tesla's
maneuver.
issue is the fact that the windows aren't actually bulletproof, like they said that they would be.
The panels, the side panels are though.
Yeah, well, they
But
rust.
It's legs.
Yeah, so the Death Star itself, the Death Tesla is rusting in
so but then-
space.
The Death Star could have like promotional materials, like billboards
Yeah.
on this. It's a blank
like
canvas.
a football game. It's just got like
Yeah.
the running banner.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What?
Okay,
so I'm
okay.
leading up to my biggest cast. Obviously, the icon needs to be cast.
So-
I'm thinking for Darth Vader,
Oh.
we need to have Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, and tell you what would be even better. Do you know who you could have as Palpatine? Kevin Hart. They
Oh,
work
yeah,
so
that'd be
well
great.
together. Their chemistry.
And it really shows like the Goliath that he'll be.
Yeah.
Just think of the fact that we could save so much money on the Darth Vader costume by just having him dressed like normal.
We'll just give him like a little hat.
just give him a little hat.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what's even better. You know,
A little hat.
Admiral Akbar. What is his name?
Admiral Akbar is one of the characters.
Yeah, and he goes, "It's a trap," but you could have it as Vin Diesel doing his Groot voice.
Oh.
Oh, so he's in it, but he's not in it. So you can
I
put him
was
in the
also
credits.
thinking a bit of a kind of a weird cast, but maybe Boba Fett could be Seth MacFarlane.
Oh shit! You've got a
As if
point.
he's not C-3PO.
Okay. So we'll come
No,
back
he's
with some more
R2.
ideas for Star Wars. Okay,
Boop.
Jamiroquai.
Hello,
What have you
yes.
got for us?
What did I do?
This
What
is
did I
my
do?
Boba Fett voice.
So Mr. Bean
No
is
disintegrations.
unfortunately, I think we're going to have to come down from the high that is just pissing off Paul because he's such
That's
an easy
fine.
target,
Okay.
and he's definitely not going to punch a hole in my
rocking.
wall after this. I can
What is
see
it?
he has a little forehead vein going, but yes, I think I'd reboot Mr. Bean.
No, you said that already.
I know. I'm just continuing the conversation.
sorry.
I'm refreshing. I'm refreshing your memory.
He's lashing.
Good.
So you know how you probably purged the last 10 minutes of the conversation from your mind? I'm just refreshing. So yeah, Mr. Bean. If we can't get Rowan Atkinson,
I
we'll
was gonna
recast
say-
with...
Who's the dude from
The Weeknd.
Saltburn?
Oh, Barry Kogan.
Yeah, have him.
No.
Because
Cokes would be good.
No.
but then
Mr. Bean,
have
drink and come.
no, but then he's walking up slurping the water out of the bathtub. No, but then
Teddy.
if Rowan Atkinson doesn't want to sign on for the major part of Mr. Bean, you could have him as the guy that drives what's the 3-wheel car?
Oh, the little
Reliant Robin.
Reliant Robin. You could have him driving as that, so he's
as
still
a
part of
cameo?
the
Is that what
cameo.
it
Yeah.
And he's like in nearly every episode because there's only like 15.
Yeah,
of
just
them.
rolls.
Yeah,
I
very
don't think
true.
you ever see the driver of the Robin.
But that would be funny. It's like
It would be funny.
Yeah, just a one shot. We don't even need to cast Teddy because he'll still be a silent protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rowan Atkinson, just continue. He's going to go diving again.
It's-
He's going to go and smack sardines on a bench.
My favourite one of the ones is where he's waiting in line and there's a blind dude in front of him.
Oh, dude.
And he gets the blind guy to trade places. And then the blind guy's just like, whoosh, and then he's like, what the hell was that? And then trades places back.
Oh,
It's just
yes.
this endless trading with
There's just so
Or
much.
It's
when he
the
locks
one-
his keys in the car. Oh.
No, it's the one where he repaints his house with
Yeah,
dynamite.
with the
And it's just like
dynamite,
the outline of the guy coming to get his hat.
Okay, so
Such a good show.
I do have a question though. Are you going to have it in the same locale or would you have it in a different locale?
As in, are we going to bring it into modern day?
Is it going to be Bean meets New York?
Well, there could be new stuff
just Mr.
like
Bean's
him,
holiday.
him tackling newfangled technology. Like he goes to New York and he doesn't know how to buy a ticket from one of the ticket machines, and he just gets really frustrated. Then he jumps a barrier, and then he's in jail because he gets arrested.
Or he
this-
jumps a barrier and then he does a whole he pretends he has his gun. He's like, oh.
Yeah, well, there's
And they
so
often-
much that you could do with
Live
it.
shooter,
Yeah,
live shooter.
They off him in the subway.
bring Mr. Bean into a modern day audience.
I've got run through the shit in my head. There is one scene that I know, it's from the movie, that he will get arrested straight away. Where he's on the plane and he's trying to cheer the kid up. And
With
he
the
blows
bullet
up a
bag.
bag
Yeah.
and just hits it. How quickly do you think he's going to get arrested in modern day COVID era?
No, he's getting arrested for talking to the child.
True.
He's not even making it to blowing a bag up.
That is true.
Then he does he does surgery on the fucking cop.
Oh,
in the end.
So good.
And the guy passes out.
Is that where he
So
drops a lolly in him or something?
Yeah. And then he picks it out and then eats the fucking thing. Fuck.
That's so funny.
But I do have to say, I like the newer Bean movie. Have you seen the newest one?
I've seen them all.
With William Dafoe in it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's fucks up the dude's edit of the film and makes himself look like a Nazi.
Yes. So good.
It's really funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you could just
I think
straight
that's-
up
yeah.
bring
you
Mr.
could
Bean back.
paint that
Yeah.
movie by numbers and you would get a hit. straight
Oh,
away.
it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Or even just come up, same thing like fish out of the water kind of
Yeah,
situation. like
it's
Bean
literally
Star
just
Wars.
putting Bean
Now.
in current day situations and seeing how he would handle it.
Because like the beginning of every Mr. Bean episode, he gets dropped off by the aliens.
Yes.
And at the end, he
Love
gets
that.
picked back
Yeah.
up. So could you imagine every single episode it's the aliens just dropping him off in a different
Oh, yeah.
random
Oh
city?
my God.
And so like one day he's
Yeah.
in Sydney,
in
Australia.
Yeah,
And it's like the magic school bus of teaching
English.
people shit,
Ooh.
but it's like showing the locales of the world so that people are more open to different cultures.
well, yeah. I think
Baghdad.
what the movies did really well was him just traveling. You know, him
Yeah.
traveling
Yeah.
and experiencing
His
different
vacation.
cultures and those kind of things. So it could be, Mr. Bean goes on safari and
Yeah.
it's just him. He's
my
just
God.
lost in the middle
But
of
you
the
can even
fucking
see, like,
Sahara.
in a COVID world, like he has his mask on, obviously gets kicked out of some place for doing something stupid, and the whole episode is him just trying to sneak back in with like stupid little disguises on his dumb face.
Oh yeah, literally
so-
just dropping him in interesting scenarios and just
The moment he said safari, all I heard in my head was making movies, writing songs, and fighting around the world.
I have no idea what that is a reference
Russell
to.
Crowe.
Oh my
Russell Crowe on South Park. He's got a whole TV show and
Oh.
just beats up foreigners.
He gets on a little. It's Tagger. Come on, Tagger.
Come on, Tagger, let's
We're
go make
in
a
China.
It's so funny.
As that's something the owner of South would do.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I think
Punch
if you're going to do
Yep.
a Mr. Bean show and take it worldwide, obviously, like these days, the Bean name isn't super popular. So maybe
That's
you could
true.
just rename it to Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, and sometime over the last, let's say, 10 years, he's lost all his hair.
Yeah, and the need to be
Yeah.
And
Mr.
he
305.
became Hispanic.
I'd say
not
Hispanics aren't really that welcomed in a lot of different countries. So you got to pick
Oh,
something.
well, that's
every-
another scenario. He's a Hispanic in Florida.
Now
I'll
we're
tell you what
Mogadishu.
nationality is accepted everywhere. Eskimos.
Is that a nationality? Or
When
is that a
was the
lifestyle?
last? And I believe the term is Inuit.
Inuit. Yeah.
When was the
Native
last
Canadians.
time that you saw an Inuit?
Canadians?
Inuit.
Yeah. And this isn't a setup to some joke about putting in at you or anything like that.
You're gonna put
needs
it
to
in
stop.
me.
I could.
But
I was trying to learn
okay.
about him, but I wasn't that into it.
So we've heard Banger, Star Wars reboot.
Yep.
We've heard Banger, Mr.
Banger,
Bean.
yep.
Now, I tell you what, I want to get a nice sausage and a piece of bread from you, mate. Lay the Banger down because that EDM song at the beginning of that,
Goes
I
hard.
was running through.
Yeah.
And the moment I
You
was
found it
going
in
through,
your
I was like,
wine palace?
shit. I was just like, all I could just hear is just
Yeah.
sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
you got like
dude.
And
you
the
got
rock
pussy
comes out.
toast. Did you have a pussy toast? Like
Did I
a
have a
piece
what?
of bread, tomato sauce, melted cheese under the grill.
Oh,
What
okay.
the frick is that?
Pavo pizza.
Polvo pizza.
I've never had
Or
that.
you get the better one was English muffin with a piece of Devon and a bit
Oh.
of tomato paste and cheese melted off at the top.
No, I haven't done that.
Why,
I've never
why
done that.
Devon?
Sorry.
Big
Isn't
Devon
Devon
fan,
like
though.
the
Devon's, like,
lowest
cheaper.
quality
I
of
love
meat
Devon.
that you
Devon's
can
pretty
get?
fucking
You
sick,
should
though.
see my
Devon and sauce
fucking
sandwiches?
fridge.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
That's like what I'd feed to a dog if I hated
I'm
it.
going to be honest, every time I've eaten Devon, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't eat this.
But it's so good.
I tell you what else. I like whenever I go to like buy grocery shopping, Frankfurt's.
Yeah.
Like just the
Oh,
cocktail.
Feral, hey.
Shit,
They're so
like,
good, though.
I pop the fridge, I see them, just the bag in the
Just
meat
eat it
section. I'm just
raw?
like, yep, just rip
Yeah.
out, just pull it out like
So
you're
good.
trying to reload
Yeah.
an M249 saw.
Just raw dog it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
chuck the belt over your neck like you're going in like
We
Rambo.
like Chewbacca's bandolier. He's just having a nom on him.
It's just like it's like them, and then like the other one that
I don't think I'd ever thought of eating them raw.
You're missing out, buddy.
It's
Yeah.
like when
I
you put
think-
original Doritos in the fridge. It's a different flavor.
Yeah, it's true. Anytime like,
salted
when I was a
ones?
kid
Yeah,
and I
should
had to
try
go
it.
with mum to do the grocery shop, she'd get me like 1 or 2 francs
That'll
from the
Twiggy
deli
sticks.
just to shut me
Yeah,
up.
Twiggy sticks.
Twiggy sticks. Oh, God,
shit.
I
makes
got,
you
I got
thirsty.
banned from
but-
Twiggy sticks.
Why?
because-
Recently?
No,
Got too much salt.
No, because when I was a kid, I
Feet
thought I was
swell?
independent and smart, so I climbed up the kitchen bench and tried to cut a Twiggy stick in half and cut my finger in half.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, trust us,
So I
guy.
guess you
Frankfurt.
you cut towards yourself.
Isn't it across the road, not up it or whatever?
Very different things. It's whenever you're using a cutting implement, you cut away from yourself.
No,
I
never
wasn't
cut
trying to enter Endgame.
Should I flag it?
Where's the side quest?
I want Frankfurt and Valhalla.
Like, I understand like eating like cabanossi.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
raw,
the same
that's
thing,
fine,
man.
but-
It's the same.
It's the same shit, different smell.
I'm pretty sure both of them are semi-pre-cooked.
And
No,
they're
no,
like
no, no,
cured
no,
meat.
cured
So-
or
cured
whatever
meat.
it is,
Yeah.
right?
So
can
bacon,
eat bacon.
you can eat bacon
I fucking wouldn't do that.
I
raw, but
wouldn't.
I wouldn't as well because of the cross contamination that
Yeah.
it gets. Same with Devon, you can kind of do it, but they keep it with all the other luncheon
I
meats.
love just a flat out Devon and sauce sandwich.
So, do you cut it in half?
I got
The-
diagonals.
Okay,
yeah.
no. Like, I mean the
toddler.
the actual round of Devon. Do you cut that in half?
No, as in like if I was to have like a slice of Devon,
Like if you're having
And then
it
you
on a
do like the
sandwich.
side by side, like so you got extra Devon.
So if you cut
It's
it
the
in,
same amount of Devon,
So,
though.
No, it's
yeah, no,
not.
but
Wait,
if you
what? Hang
if
on.
you cut a slice of Devon
Yeah.
perfectly down the center,
Yeah.
and you fold it out,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
you get
you
a
get more
second
Devon on the
slice.
edges.
You don't have
Holy
lightless
shit.
sections
He's back.
because that's what I had for lunch today. I had a Devon sandwich.
Oh.
I was just like,
You are not bringing Devon
I'm
into
getting
this
Devon
house.
tomorrow.
Do you know what the
gonna
funny
buy
thing
you
is?
Really
log.
prefer it if you didn't.
Don't buy me a log.
You go,
lot of
no,
Devon.
I don't want to cut my own Devon.
It's actually like it's $10 a kilo at Woolies.
Yeah.
but a kilo is like my forearm.
Oh, a kilo
weight.
of Devon is no joke.
You could kill a toddler.
Do you know
with
what
that.
else is really, really fun with Devon? Making the
Yeah, the
face. Did
salt.
you ever do the face where you bite two eye
Yeah,
holes
you
in your
put it
mouth?
over- yeah, yeah.
And you go, hello,
You saw the lambs in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so
Put some
we've
lotion
had
on the
Mr.
skin.
Bean. We've heard
Yeah,
about
we
the
have.
greatest luncheon meats of all time,
Oh.
Devon.
Can we reboot
Actually,
Devon?
for my other viewers around Australia,
For
we are,
my
we're not-
other viewers.
we're not talking
My
specifically
personal viewers.
to Kira. We are talking about polony.
Who the hell's
The
Kira?
fuck are you talking about?
Devon is actually called that in New South Wales.
Who's
Polony
Kira?
is one of our
Who's
avid
who's
listeners.
Polony?
Polony
Isn't she the
is-
chick who sucked off JFK?
But no, anyway, we're talking about Devon. It's luncheon meat. They even used to be called Empire because it was literally like
The magazine?
no, like it used to like Devon used to be called Empire, and it was like a
not
a
called
slide.
Who doesn't want to be on Slice Empire?
No, but the reason why is because they called it that for when the monarch came to Australia because it's just bits and pieces of the same shit. So they called it
no.
Empire. Because the guy
Is
who
it also-
made it was just like, I hate the monarch. So who wants Empire?
I like that.
That's
Oh,
really
is it
funny.
also German?
Huh?
Is it also German?
It would be a little bit. A little bit.
That's funny.
But yeah, so
It would be if you understood
how
culture.
are you rebooting?
Look, I'm going to do just your classics. If you
can I-
look
can
at...
I ask
Sorry, you
one
asked me a
quick
question.
question?
Sorry, ask me another question. Before I finish answering. No, you're fine. Please,
can I have a
interrupt
quick
me again.
synopsis of the show? Just
The
because
synopsis of Silver Sun
Here we go.
is that we have found a second Earth, what we call the Goldilocks zone, if you're wondering. True words, that is. That's a NASA thing.
Is that what it was referred to in the show?
No, but that's what it's
Okay.
called. Goldilocks planet. Basically, so what they've done is they've built this ship.
Oh, because it's just right.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
That's literally what they call it. They do
That's
call them
so
that.
cringe. All right,
I
continue.
hate this show now.
And so they are doing a 90-year journey to the Silver Sun, second Earth. The crew, obviously the captain and his wife are adults. And there's like a couple of like, the ages vary, but because it was a kid's show, the crew is mostly like your 9, 10 to early
Yeah.
teen characters because
like
it's
any-
kind of morbid when you think about it. They're going to be doing the entire journey. They're probably not going to see Silver Sun.
yeah,
They're going to die by the time they get there, but they are the crew of
because
the
it
ship.
like wasn't like the whole premise of it like they were being taught by the parents how to do the different things.
Well,
on the
they've
ship.
gone through. They would have gone. They went through training. I think the ship had a different name.
That's the whole show.
What?
That's
Yeah.
the whole show.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like Star Trek. Like
It's
they're
Star
on a
Trek
ship
for kids.
and they're going to do.
it's
There's
like
just this shit happening.
like Lost in Space kind of.
Yeah.
Do they get to?
The Star Runner.
No, it got cancelled well
Star
before that.
Runner. What?
Did they ever get to the
No,
planet?
last episode they went through a wormhole, didn't they?
They didn't. I don't think they wormhole. I think they found the ship. So there was this really cool arc. It's one of those like season 1, whatever. Season 2 is where shit gets real. That's where you have like the they regenerate one of the clones, and that's a whole thing. Very weird as well as a storyline, but really really good. They then come across, they hear a distress beacon, and they're like, that's so weird because that's on our frequencies. And they go to the beacon, and it's another ship that looks like the Star Runner, but it was a ship that left after they took off. Because I think they're doing a couple of missions out to the
Right.
Silver Sun. And no one's there. Like, everyone is gone. And they never really figure out why. But
That's
basically,
probably them.
they look at the log. No, it's a completely different ship. But they look at the log, and they did leave after the Star Runner. But they got sucked through a wormhole, and then somehow they've ended up ahead of the runner in the journey. It's a whole thing. And it's like those little like threads, like it's actually really, really cool and interesting storytelling.
See,
and then they just stopped making it.
the reason I watched it and then the moment Farscape came out,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is just a more adult version of this.
I feel like it helped me get into that kind of a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like that enjoyment of like, I like ship-based, adventure-based
Same one
sci-fi.
was like, but then I watched...
I went into Stargate. After that one, yeah.
But when I saw... There was Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, and then what was the fucking...
The shitty one?
The shitty
Stargate
one.
Universe?
Yeah.
Stupid.
And then I thought that was going to be the same premise. They go through it and
Yeah.
then they're going to journey through it. And then I got
And
like
then,
4 episodes in. I was like, this
sucks.
is shit.
Because they're on the ship.
Isn't Stargate well known as being just shit?
No.
No. SG-1 and Atlantis are awesome. Universe was like, they gate onto the Stargate ship. It's the ship that is just autonomously flying around the universe dumping Stargates. And you're like, oh, this is really, really cool. This would be a really cool premise. Exactly. But then it's like, no, this sucks.
So essentially, the Stargate, the way it works is there's the symbols around it, and essentially the first one
Chevrons.
is chevrons. Locking chevron 1, and the first one was
what rank does the gate have?
Commander.
so
Of what?
How would I do
was,
Silver Sun?
yes.
So one of the cool things, just the way technology is now, it's so easy to make stuff look good. Like if you look at the SNL skit from years ago with the Matt the Radar Tech with what's his name? With Kylo Ren. What's his name? Who's the guy who plays Kylo Ren?
You can work it out.
Driver.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah,
I'll recast him too.
Shut up. He's not in that one. The graphics.
He will be.
The graphics are so good.
He should be on
You should bring Mara Jade into it.
You should. To be
Can I
fair,
ask-
I will.
And then kill her immediately.
But I'll rename her Ray.
Shit, I think they might have already rebooted it, bro.
what? Silver Sun?
Yeah.
No, dude, they haven't.
They've made it into a movie.
No.
Oh, Serenity.
And it's got... No. It's got fucking... In Bruges...
Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell, and he's the only adult on the ship.
Total Recall.
And the
That's
ship's
Schwarzenegger.
going through
Skeleton Crew.
space.
The other one.
Is it Skeleton
No,
Crew?
Skeleton Crew is a Star Wars one that may or may not be coming.
But it's literally like they're sending this ship through the universe to a new Earth.
Yeah.
And the kids are given these
That's
like
the premise
drugs.
for all sci-fi
but these
shows.
kids-
All
given-
sci-fi shows, guys. The premise for every single sci-fi
Sorry,
show is
I'm
kids
sorry.
going into the future.
No.
I know
Every-
that you're
shit
being
to-
facetious.
Am I?
Yes.
No.
But I was holding my tongue because he made a comment about Spider-Man earlier, and I didn't want to say anything, but you are describing the plot of Spider-Man Unlimited. There is a counter-Earth that they have found, and Spider-Man is going there to see what's going on.
Stop talking
When
about
did
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
every
come out,
fucking
though?
week.
Spider-Man Unlimited
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Well, it's a good concept, isn't it?
Apparently.
Why?
Except you just take away this.
Look,
weird
it was a
web
period of
guy.
time where,
New Earths are cool.
Australian media wasn't too focused on, and you could get away with pretty much
Man, look at
anything.
Interstellar.
But
Interstellar's the same.
if I was going to... The other thing that they had really good was the game shows on ABC. Remember Go?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Go.
That
was
Chinese-
good. And they had to do the whole
Go,
story.
go, go,
thing.
stop. Go, go, stop.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right,
Yeah. Prank Patrol.
So how would you reboot it, though?
I'm just saying, I would do this. I'd just reboot it. I'd basically do a reskin.
So you'd like recast everyone?
Well, you have to because
I was going to say, because they're not going to be kids anymore.
No, it's 2000. It was 2004, so they're 20 years ago.
All right, guys.
You
I
just
went to
get
type in Colin and I put
what
in
I would
Colin.
do. One of the guys who was in it, he's been in some stuff. He's been in some pretty decent.
Ryan Core was in it, I
Ryan Core.
believe, who was
I
in
would
House
make-
of Dragon.
Yeah. I'd make Ryan Core the captain,
The dad.
the dad. I'd
Okay.
make him the dad guy because I think
That'd
that'd
be a little
callback.
nice tip of the hat. sort
I
of
think
thing.
so
Yeah.
too, but I just think like
Tip of the hat
graphics
to
are so
no one.
good. The things that one guy can do with
Yeah.
Unreal Engine is insane. So you'd already shit
Yeah.
on the graphics from 2004,
I've
and
been
then you just
loving-
make it better. Like it's like friggin' Orville.
Right.
Orville's kind of like a lower budget sci-fi, but it
Okay.
still looks pretty decent.
I unfortunately don't know much about the show.
So the
It's fine.
It's literally Star Trek, but for kids.
movie is
yeah,
called
it's very simple.
Voyagers.
Voyages.
It's got a crew of astronauts on a multi-generational mission descended to paranoia and madness.
That sounds like Passengers without Chris Pratt.
It's passengers, but with like a whole
Bless
bunch
you.
of kids, and they give them these drugs to suppress their moods. So essentially, because they're growing up,
Fuck off. So I know what you're moving to. The horny ship.
Yeah, that's the
Nah,
one.
they're all like
Horny
teens
shit.
and they're banging each other. It's not Silver
You know
Sun.
they're
but
banging
they're-
on Silver
they're
They're not
Sun.
banging on Silver Sun. They're 12.
Not anymore, they're not. Now they're 90.
Pretty sure the parents bang. I remember
tell you
there being
what,
a
I'll tell you
cheating
what.
arc.
There wasn't a cheating arc because
Pretty
there
sure
was
there
no
was a
other
cheating
adults on board.
There was more. There was adults.
No, there wasn't.
Pretty sure there was
So-
more than 2 adults.
Can we explore the plot in Silver Sun of the parents killing themselves? Because I feel like if you're trapped on a ship for 90 years
Well,
with nothing but your kids,
That's the thing. One of the guys, the clone that gets reanimated is the clone of the captain. So there's a really weird moment where he's just like walking around the ship, like, what the hell's going? He's a child, basically. His brain is still developing. And then his wife is like, he just walks into the quarters and his wife's there and she's like, hey, honey, how you going? He's like, huh. And you're like, this is so weird. It's so
Yeah, okay.
weird.
So, quick question.
Don't bang the
It-
clone. It's
Yeah,
not cheating.
If she bangs,
It's not
if she
cheating. It's not
bangs the
cheating.
clone,
No.
is she committing a felony
No.
because he's a child?
No, because chronologically.
Mentally, he's
Well,
a child.
that's sorry,
This is a
Clone
grey
Sun was
area.
good
I don't
fun.
like it.
But
But this
any-
is the stuff that Silver Sun reboot could answer.
Oh, I thought
So-
you said there was no cheating arc.
There isn't.
There should be.
He's-
Are you retarded? What are you talking about? There is no goddamn cheating arc in
pretty
the
sure there
original
was.
series.
Here's
There
go.
is going to be one in the reboot.
Here's the reboot
there'll be
for
one
you.
in my reboot.
Star Runner
Yeah.
Who will
is the
Spider-Man play?
American ship that's going over.
No,
right?
piss off.
Just bear with me for a second.
Chewbacca's going to cheat on Prince
But
Leia.
the other one is just
who's playing
Australian
Chewbacca?
ship,
Bert
and the
Kreischer.
whole thing is just
right.
they're the arc of Earth, and they're taking just the animals through space, and they're just got to try and keep the animals happy, and it's all like, hey, we have to keep the koalas alive. Don't
We
touch
own a
them.
zoo.
Yeah.
Oh, was Scarlett Johansson? I like that
But
movie.
yes, the main thing is the main question I have for you.
Honestly, that's it.
Before we even get to the show, who are you getting to make the opening song, which is the seller in my
Avicii.
head?
The presets.
Avicii.
Avicii's very dead.
Oh, sorry. Rip.
Sorry, bro.
No,
Eliminate.
he's locked it in. He's locked it in. He's
be
having
all right.
Avicii. We're having a silent intro.
What about Dead Mouse?
I wouldn't get the mess.
Dead Mouse, ironically alive.
Rez doing a Silver Sun reboot intro.
Oh, Rez wouldn't debase herself to that.
No, get the presets.
The
The Prodigy.
oh,
no, he's dead.
Prodigy would go very hard.
Prodigy, there's the lead
Does he-
singer, but he wasn't the one who was making the music.
Yeah, but who's going to sing?
most of them, I'm pretty
Nice
sure.
one.
Instrumental
Sounds super similar to-
Prodigy?
No, well, most of the
Avicii.
Prodigy, most of the guys from Prodigy have now moved into making Jungle. So
Jungle's coming back?
Jungle's been never
Jungle's
left.
it's so expensive to buy.
It's
man.
such a terrible part of the game. I don't know why they kept Jungle and
Shut
top
the
lane,
fuck
middle lane,
up.
and bottom
Jungle's
lane.
Tried
coming back?
buying
I
anything
fucking
from
love
Jungle. It's
Jungle.
like
Jungle's been-
$800
Jungle's been
a
around
pack.
for
Jungle's,
It
I
hasn't-
know. I just didn't
They're so
realize
expensive,
I'm gonna
dude.
listen
Jungle
to
is
First
so
edition Jungle?
First edition Jungle so expensive. Good luck.
Okay, so
fucking nerds.
you got that going. Okay, so now we come back to me.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
We have been talking for like nearly 40 minutes.
Yeah. No, I mean, not about Silver Sun. I want to point that out.
No,
Nobody
just-
cares
yeah,
about
what
Silver
would be?
Sun,
But,
you
okay,
idiot.
so because
Good,
I'm allowed to use
talking about-
Takashi's Castle.
Delicious.
I think you
in-
are.
okay, well, I'll go with my option A for you. So it's essentially the media coverage, like you have the whole like election talks, all that kind of shit. But every candidate has 3 strikes, right? So like this is
Interesting.
my standard one. So say they're doing like Q&A or anything like that, or doing that kind of shit. If they say a lie, there's like the fact checker they've got going around now. And if they go, yep, that's a lie, you just hear a big bum bum, and everyone's like, oh, that's 1 strike.
And then they get catapulted.
And then they get like,
So they get that thing that smashes them in the
Smashes
nuts
them.
when they can't say the.
yeah, and then literally,
Wrong answer, Dean Winchester.
He's not going to get that reference.
He didn't get that reference.
but anyways, and then they get like they have 3 lies that they can say. But the
So
moment they
funny.
get to 3 lies, like 3 strikes, from that point on,
Then the catapult.
then they get like catapulted, or they get a golden volleyball shot at their head from one of those like the sports things,
Here's-
or a sumo wrestler comes over and punches him in the
So
dick. Like,
here's my issue though, and not to poo on it straight away, but I'm gonna. No one's going to agree to that. You're not going to get.
They
you
have
see
to. They're contractually
you see
obligated.
Bob Catter.
so,
Barnaby Joyce would.
So
Yeah, but he's a psychopath.
Okay,
Have you
but-
seen what Barnaby Joyce
okay,
did?
so
No.
we're going around the table. This is a completely hypothetical.
No,
thing.
I know it's a hypothetical,
So,
but,
but
if
the
it's
thing
not
is, though, is
rooted in
imagine if
real
the
life-
Australian people came together and said, "Hey, we're sick of all your shit, so you're going to have to go through a bit of pain to prove that you want to lead our country. And then all of a sudden they have to they have Shane Warne back from the dead, you have Brett Lee, you have all the best cricketers in Australia.
Why are we all picking dead people?
Bowling bounces at them and they have to run across. Imagine that. Or they've got to go on, hey, it's Saturday, and they've got to win the chicken. Like, they've got to go on Wipeout and get to the very end.
Do you mean pluck a duck?
Pluck a duck. But no, like, imagine, like, all the older people, the ones that don't have the drive anymore, they're fucking gone. All the more middle-aged guys that have got that bit of like, bit of dog.
Bit of dog in him.
Get that dog.
Like, you could imagine Pauline Hanson going running along, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you have the I think he like represents the Newcastle, but the Valley section of Newcastle, and he's one of
the shooter guy.
The shooter guy,
Yeah.
just brick shit house of a dude walks in, grabs her, and
6'6"
just yeets her out of the way, and goes, "It's my turn now, bitch," and just goes running through, or like a blood bowl, or like what's that one where they've got the
Wipeout.
the roller derby one, the ball.
I do
Dirty
like
girls.
how you preface this with, I don't want to get political, but you're just talking about injuring all the politicians.
No, but then the thing is though, is that then it becomes a part of the whole structure thing, and then you've got like, it goes down the line of Terry Crews becoming president in Idiocracy.
Yeah.
You have like the people that are like real buff and shit. It's just like, everyone remembers like Senator Crews. He came through and ripped that dude in half just to get to the finish line.
Do you think Schwarzenegger used that as inspiration for his governorship?
He was governor before that, wasn't he?
I don't
Before
think so.
Idiocracy, I don't think so.
No, I don't think he was. No, not before Idiocracy.
I can't find that movie anywhere, by the way.
Idiocracy, I've got it at home.
Of course you
can
do.
find
Idiocracy
So good.
is one of
It's available
the...
online.
Just sail the seas. Sail the
I haven't
seas.
seen it.
You
I
haven't
wanna see
seen
it.
it?
No.
It's fine.
It's
It's
very
I
fine.
do want to see it.
It's
the
fine.
best part is you get to see the first big opening of Crocs to the world.
Which is gnarly.
Well, because I listened to Dak Shepard's podcast and he was
Yeah.
telling that whole.
It's
shit.
so
Yeah.
gnarly.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing.
I
So
just don't get, like, it's like saying I'm going to remake Star Wars, but we're also just going to bring Carrie back from the dead. Like, yeah, that's what
we already
hypothetically-
did that. But we did that.
literally I'm gonna do it.
But like, imagine if it was like an actual, like the public could sit down and watch. How invested would the people get in politics if they're
I
like,
just think we've all picked answers that are rooted in somewhat in reality, and then you've gone, you know what, fucking Tarantino.
Oh, that's like every
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
episode.
you're directed by Tarantino.
Tino,
Oh, Tarantino could do episode 7.
No.
That's where we draw the line.
That's ridiculous, James. You're out of your fucking line.
I'm sorry, but
Just
if
think
you
about
went
the food
back,
fetish stuff in the Star Wars universe.
James, you're out of your fucking lane.
if you were to go back 5 years, and I'm going to quote you, would you have ever seen?
You're going to quote me 5 years ago?
No.
Oh.
Like from what you said in our chat,
Okay.
the assisted games where they're doing the drugs
Yeah.
and all that
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Could you have come to me 5 years ago and said, hey, there's going to be a games where every single Olympian is now on steroids?
Yeah, but that's valid though. I'm not going to say, oh, hey, 10 years from now, every single politician in Australia is going to get the shit kicked out of them to see who becomes prime minister.
Fuck that.
You never know. It'll be, I'm telling you, a lot of fucking...
Also, as a reboot, I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. That's all. We can go by the rules, or we can skirt around the rules. That's fine.
How
Okay.
piece of media coverage.
Yeah, let's reboot something.
Who's
that
going to play
doesn't
Mon
exist.
Mothma?
So I'm glad we're back to me. Because now that we're in the vein of
Yeah.
resurrecting
Where,
people.
where,
He's gonna get someone like bloody Jerry Seinfeld
Sorry,
to be
sorry.
Mon Mothma.
I want to.
What's the deal with all the rest of us?
I want to offer 3 minutes of no talking from me or James.
No, we had
You're gonna
that last
just wait. No.
Oh, I'm being.
Because
I'm being
I think
quiet.
this is what we need. We're just going to sit here, and I want you to rip the shit out of his argument.
I have one thing to say.
I'm going to give you. I'm
You have
host.
the floor.
I'm host. I like my show. I'm going to give you the floor. This is
Apparently
going to
I'm
be called
obliging by this.
where I want to hear what you have to say. I want you to rip him apart.
Okay.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Because you're resurrecting Avicii and you're resurrecting
resurrecting
Shane
anybody.
Warne. No, it's fine. So I think the best cast for the Emperor is Gilbert Godfrey.
Okay, so I want to see Why should the Star Wars trilogy, original trilogy, stay?
Because it doesn't need a reboot. It's perfect as it is.
Is it perfect though?
Yeah, it is.
Those lightsaber effects in A New Hope have aged like a bag of turds.
It spits in the face of years of visual effects and practical effects and all the growth that we've seen through cinema. If you make an entirely new Star Wars, it's basically just saying, you know what? Everything that happened pre-90s, stupid. We don't need it anymore. We're going to... Oh, yeah.
Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Everything that doesn't needed to have a reboot has had one anyway. We're in that point in media where everything needs a reboot. Think about these new
Ghostbusters
generations.
never had a reboot.
Yes, it did.
No, it
Yes,
wasn't
it
a
did.
reboot technically because now they're doing reboot sequels. They have never rebooted Star Wars. They've never retold Ghostbusters 1.
They did reboot Star
They-
Wars.
they-
Rogue One.
That wasn't a reboot. That was an anthology movie.
Nah, it was a reboot.
It wasn't a reboot.
they
It
also-
was a
they
whole
also-
new story.
What about episode 7?
They also
A different story.
Rebooted.
But they already rebooted the original trilogy.
They are rebooted because there was a large period of time before the movie's being made and they resurrected the film
That's
franchise.
not a reboot.
It is though.
It's not.
Then what are you doing?
What am I
That's
doing?
the
I'm doing a
definition.
full-on reboot. I'm saying we're going to tell the story.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's what I want
I'm
to
saying
do.
you don't need to do that with Star Wars.
So you tell me Star Wars has never made a future film and recast characters?
What? No. What you want to do is you want to take Star Wars and
Yeah.
you want to do it again.
I want to put some life back into Star Wars and bring the classics, because they are classics, because they're made in the 80s, back into the current generation. Let's keep in mind, the original Star Wars films were almost 50 years ago.
Also, technically, when it got to around the year 2000, they did reboot all the original Star
How did
Wars
that 3
trilogy with
minutes of
added
silence go for you,
CGI
champ?
That's true.
and everything
40
like that.
seconds. They did what?
Yeah, we're going to take George Lucas away from it. We're going to give it to
No,
Disney.
that's
because
remastering. Very different.
Oh, it isn't.
It is.
They ruined half of
If
it.
you said do a new remaster, sure. But
Yeah, I'll do it in a remaster, but I'll recast everybody.
you don't need to.
Wouldn't a remaster be classified as a reboot?
No.
Are
Because
you
they're
telling
taking
me?
what already exists and applying new technology to it to enhance the experience.
I'm-
A reboot is a completely from ground up recasting, retelling, reproduction, and bullshit. And you
I
don't
guess
need
we
to do
just
it.
disagree.
Do you? Do you think?
Look, are you telling me for a moment you don't want to see a comic duo between Tom Holland and The Rock?
Yes. I don't want to see that.
But what about the lightsaber fights? Wouldn't they be made more intimidating from an actual strong person? Rather than, bag of bones, Darth Vader robo suit?
Actually, you know what I think? Instead of Tom Holland,
Okay.
Donald Glover as Luke.
It's already there.
Who's gonna play Han?
Obi-Wan doesn't die. Obi-Wan doesn't die.
Well, yeah, 'cause we don't wanna
and
be
the guy who
ableist.
plays Abed plays Obi-Wan.
Downy Potty as Obi-Wan. Shut your
Correct.
mouth.
But Obi-Wan doesn't die, and it's just the 3 movies.
I think
of
it'd be
that.
really cool if we, instead of, Obi-Wan being like this precautionary, like, I want to train you, but also you got to be safe sort of thing. I think it'd be cool if he's like, you know what, Luke? We need to go to the Death Star straight away and you need to fight Vader right now. I think you've got it in you. You've got the blood.
He's got the dog in him.
He's got the dog in him.
He's got that dog.
He's got that Sarlacc.
It's like, you can fucking do it. And then what we're going to do is instead of Ben dying, Luke dies in A New Hope.
Oh, and
And then Ben has to redeem himself
shut-
with Luke as his master behind him.
No, fuck. Luke dies. Leia becomes the Luke. She's the main.
She's
driver of the
stronger.
deal.
We learned that in episode 8. She's a stronger Jedi than Luke.
that is true.
But no, I reckon I do agree with Paul. Star Wars has to stay where it is. Even though I do have 7 different versions of the original fucking
same,
trilogy
yeah.
because they keep.
Have you got the despecialized edition?
I've got the one where they've got the phones instead of guns.
I just look, man. I just think
South Park
it's something that needs to be retouched. Like it's grown old. It's haggard. It's like George Lucas. It's just getting
No,
fat
wait,
and
didn't
sad.
they reboot? A New Hope was done again with The Force Awakens. It's just the same film.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah, it's
rebooted.
because George can't write.
Sorry, I had to get that off my chest because that's the only thing I had about Force Awakens. Is that it's
I agree a little bit.
Can I
about Force
ask
Awakens.
Spider-Man Boy a question?
Yeah, what up?
Has there been a version of Spider-Man in which Peter dies but Ben doesn't? Uncle
Yes.
Ben doesn't.
Yeah.
And he takes up the Spider-Man mantle?
No.
Oh, it's just
Spider-Man.
Uncle
The
Ben
one.
being an older guy?
Anytime
He gets bit by the spider when he's at the science thing.
Oscorp. You'll get it if you say it.
so
It
the
wasn't originally Oscorp.
Uncle Ben does.
No, Peter dies from the spider bite.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. But
Imagine if
But
you get an Australian.
Uncle Ben doesn't become Spider-Man because that would be
Doesn't become
funny.
Spider-Man.
In the in the
Spider-Man.
alternate like
might
Batmans
be
where
one.
Thomas Wayne becomes Batman and
That's
that kind of
Well,
shit.
there is
We should write that.
the
Like
one
Flashpoint
that
or whatever it is.
Spider-Man.
the
We could watch.
which is
we
the
could watch
one
Spider-Man.
where so Uncle Ben doesn't die and then gets Peter to lure more Spider-Man to his universe, kills them, absorbs their power, and just constantly keeps doing it over and over again.
Spider Carnage.
Is it Spider Carnage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy from Venom?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
No.
No.
Woody
Did
Harrelson.
Did Tom Hardy play Uncle Ben?
So I think The Rock's going to make a really good Darth Vader because you'll see that like one scene and then you'll see like juxtaposed with Tom Holland. They're not father and son, but he's going to say, I'm your father. And then Tom's going to be like, what? Because we've got to change some of the dialogue.
Yeah, you got to bring
He's
it.
going to be like,
I'm your uncle.
because I think the line of like, that's not true, that's impossible, it's a bit, crap. So we'll just change it to, what? That's not real.
Now, I think really to properly modernise it, are we going to do the TikTok trend where you got the movie going and then you got Subway servers underneath it? Just to keep people engaged.
What we'll do is we'll make that, instead of making that the end of Empire, we'll make that the beginning of Return of the Jedi. And then we'll do like a James Bond intro while he's dropping. And then all like falling in water and stuff, and there's laser bolts.
I'll tell you what
coming
it'd be good. Like,
I will say. I don't hate that.
no, but
That's kind of
imagine.
cool.
I was just going to say, anytime they do like a reference or a bit of exposition, you have it playing at the bottom. Like it was, I used to shoot womp rats in my speeder. And it just shows a womp rat just bouncing along, just getting fucking shredded by it.
It's actually his
So-
T16 back
Yeah,
then.
we're definitely getting rid of the tile, like the text crawl. It's so useless.
Also, the other thing is,
It's too slow.
What are you
It's
going to change a lot of the words to? Because I don't think you could.
No,
call
I'm
it,
getting rid of it. It's all gone.
So what would you call a TIE fighter now?
Probably,
Cowboys.
like
A two-wing.
a Tesla fighter.
Tesla fighter.
No, it's a two-wing because it's got two wings.
A two-wing.
We'll call it a Mike Wazowski ship because it's Disney owned.
Well, because like the rebels are a lot more open because you've got the X-wing, the Y-wing, the
You mean,
A-wing.
no, you mean the Xfinity wing.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna. So the thing I want to get out of you is who are you gonna have?
We ain't releasing this.
I
I
am very, very hard pressed to not pick you.
Thank you.
At the moment, but the only thing is that's going to set it is I want to know who you're picking as Mr. Bean.
Okay, so
because Rowan
if-
Atkinson, he
okay,
can't
Rowan
do
We're
Atkinson
it.
just
is out.
spitting fucking rules. We're going to get Rowan Atkinson, but he's going to be 30 years younger because we
Okay,
don't really
all
care
right.
about physics or reality.
So
yet.
if we're
Okay,
not
Silver Sun.
if we're not getting Rowan Atkinson,
No, but like I'm just saying, like
What do you mean?
Physics or reality, and your
It's a
show's
show.
your show's about what?
I'm not bringing back the same cast.
in a very uncharacteristically James moment, I can't remember the name. Greg Davies.
Greg Davies.
Greg Davies is going to be Rowan Atkinson.
That is the shittest casting
6'6".
I've ever seen. That's
6'6",
the worst
and
thing.
an ungangly
That
weirdo.
sucks.
What's his fucking?
Have you heard Greg Davies' deaf voice?
No, he's not
Yes.
deaf as the boxer.
Ricky Gervais, the fucking what's his fucking name? The
Oh, Carl
Stephen Merchant.
Pilkington. Carl
Carl.
Pilkington.
Carl Parkington.
Carl Pilkington.
have
Really
him
good one,
as Mr. Bean. He's
be
he's
that
would be
he's-
funny.
yeah.
No.
He's not good at acting though. That's the
He's
problem.
not a good actor.
He
He's
just
just an
doesn't have to
idiot.
say fucking anything. He's just got to act himself.
See, the problem is
He's a
with him,
moron.
that show already exists.
I know it
The
does.
problem is,
It's great
goes
when he's
right,
making the coffin.
What I'll do that for?
Why did that?
What's the point of
What do
that
you
then?
mean? Well, I'm going to bust through the window and be like, oh, stop it.
Okay, so
I think Greg Davies would
Greg
be very
Davies,
funny because he's
I don't-
6'6" and
I
he's just
don't
like
think it would
weird.
work.
Because then you
Okay.
could put height based.
what about Alex Horn?
Little Alex
Oh
Horn.
no.
You
It-
need
it-
someone
it's-
who's just weird looking.
It's
So-
not just weird, but it's the gangly kind
Yeah,
of like.
because he's just like weird and gangly. He's like 6 foot tall.
No, I know.
6'6".
I've
He's
seen
just
it.
a
So
weird guy.
the problem with picking Greg Davies is he has a joke in his stand-up about fucking his teddy bear and coming in it and putting it in the washing machine, and then he found out recently his mother was aware the whole time.
We'll just remove that joke from the internet.
Make it an episode.
no.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Bean
Bean
does
and
not
Teddy.
fuck
Oh,
Teddy.
no.
We don't know that. Fuck. We only see him for like 14
That's like
times.
it's a very because it's an iconic role. Like Rowan Atkinson is like, oh, you mean
Yeah.
Mr. Bean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Who like Mark Hamill and like I go the Joker more than Mark.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's more Joker than Luke Skywalker.
No, I love him better.
But when I think Tom Holland, I think Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill isn't a good actor. He's a good voice actor.
No, he's a good actor, but the problem is though is that after the motorcycle crash, he didn't look the same.
So we're going to have to make a motorcycle crash for Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
was it a motorcycle accident?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
it was a
you're
car
talking
crash, I thought.
I thought I wasn't
was
some
some
kind of
He
vehicular
blew his nose
manslaughter.
apart, basically.
But
That's
no,
why
but like I love him.
That's why between 4 and 5 he looks completely different. And if you ever see him in the Christmas special, he looks all sorts of jacked up.
Yeah. But no, like I love him. I love him as a voice actor. That's the thing.
No, he's very good voice
He's
actor.
very good.
He's a great voice actor. He's also good.
But
actor.
your casting is the linchpin for your
Yeah.
decision.
I agree with
Because like you have, I'll come when we.
I'll have a think.
Yeah,
I'll
have
have
a
a
think.
think.
Okay,
Come.
so yours like having Avicii doing the
We're not going to have
opening.
Avicii. Avicii was a joke.
I know,
But it
I
would
know.
be a full-on EDM. It'd be the same intro, but we just do it again, but
Okay.
better and harder.
Okay.
A lot harder. Like freaking Bomberman 64
Okay, James A.
soundtrack
Custer.
harder. Shark, you're...
James A. Custer as Mr. Bean. James
See,
A.
I
Custer.
don't think he has the physical comedy.
No,
yet.
I agree
Oh,
with
he
you.
can.
No,
He's
have you
awkward.
watched him
No.
on Taskmaster?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got that kind of like the weird kind of
Like
twitchy
he's
movement.
weird, but I think he's weird in his own
But
way.
Ed Gamble would work as well.
Ed Gamble, yeah, Ed Gamble, yeah.
Same kind
They
of
got to
body
be
shape.
British. Tom Holland's
Tom Holland's British. Yeah, okay. So I think my issue.
Idris Elba.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no, he's
God.
busy with Bond.
He's busy doing the DLC to Cyberpunk. I think my issue with yours is you are genuinely going to have to recast Rowan
Yeah,
Atkinson.
you are. That's the
That's
thing.
the biggest
That's the
problem.
shame. It
No,
is the
just
shame.
cast
Don't call it
Atkinson
Mr.
30 years
Bean.
ago.
Call it Pimento. Like,
Pimento?
yeah.
Just do like, it's going to be 10 years from now, so who's to say we don't have time travel? So just bring him
We do
back.
have
Bring
time
him back
travel.
from the future. And then just let him do it again.
Bring
Well,
him
in that
back.
case,
Because if
I'll
we're
get
pissing
Carrie
on
Fisher.
physics. Yeah,
As
get
Luke
Carrie.
Skywalker.
Fuck it. We don't know what's going to
Who's
happen in
Carrie
10
Fisher
years.
gonna play?
Luke Skywalker.
Wait, are you taking
Leia
Carrie?
Skywalker.
No, she's
Leia
one Mothma.
Starkiller.
Ooh. Let's do that.
Starkiller's not
helping.
in it.
I think,
No, Starkiller's the last name. Just screw Skywalker.
yeah. I think your issue,
Yeah, feel
James,
free to
is
wrap it up whenever
you
you
are
want.
going to
I was
have
just
to
double checking
recast
what
it.
time it was.
Yeah.
I think Paul's issue is he's describing an adult version of an Australian kids show, which is just now Star Trek.
What? An adult version of a kid's show?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Your show is a kid show,
Yeah.
and you want to make it more adult.
No?
Oh,
I never said that.
well, you're just making Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
He
cool.
does
You
like
can't-
it. His most
Yes.
influential show
Star
was
Trek?
Star
Yeah,
Trek.
dude. Wake Australian Star Trek. Screw those guys. We can make
Oh,
our own.
get
fucking
me
Bluey
fucking
in
shit,
space.
mate.
Bluey, like the Bluey and the gang are going to the Silver Sun.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tie-in.
It just
Those little bastards are not getting on the show.
Dad.
Oh, we're in the Silver
bingo.
Sun, mate.
Depressurized.
I'm cloned, Dad.
Have you seen the people who made Brian? Like,
Have you seen them do a metal version of the Bluey theme
Yeah.
song, but they're all Warhammer characters?
No.
It's sick as shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump to the part where we pick who you think won.
Okay.
Okay, so who are you picking?
Oh God.
God.
Yeah, I think James, unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
recasting Rowan Atkinson's going to immediately kill it. It's going to be like when the In-Betweeners went American for one episode, or the IT Crowd. It's just not going to
Oh,
be the
but
same.
Richard Ayoade was in.
Richard Ayoade was there.
Richard
Joel
Ayoade could
McHale.
play him.
Funnily enough, I think
Noel Fielding. That'd be another good pick. Oh,
Actually, it's not a terrible idea.
yeah.
Look, there are a lot of people
Like
that I
on
think
s-
we
IT
just need a
crowd?
big casting call. I think we just need a big casting call. Get a lot of British
A
guys,
lot of weird fellas.
just a lot of weird dudes.
I just think it'd be too hard. Personally,
Matt Berry.
no.
No.
Too far.
I think my biggest problem with yours, I don't know anything in the show besides what you've told me of they're in a spaceship,
really good.
events happen, and they're trying to get to the Silver
It's a very
Sun.
good show.
Okay.
I recommend it. It's all on YouTube. There's literally one YouTube account that has all of Silver Sun, all of Parallax, and all of
I
Blue
remember
Water High.
Parallax.
Blue Water High.
Blue Water High was great.
And for those reasons, I'm choosing Presidential Punch-Out.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a name.
Yes. We don't even have a president, you morons.
Presidential. Fuck. That's a shirt. Fuck.
Why not Prime Minister Punch Out?
Oh, that's better.
There you go.
No, presidential punch
Minister
out sounds
of
better.
Pain.
We don't have a president.
We could.
We no.
Oh,
but we,
yeah. Who's to say what's going to happen in 5 years?
Hey, can you adjust your own volume?
we could
I'm fine.
with the king having cancer now, we could like leave the empire and become our own.
The
Sure.
Empire.
Become
Devon.
Like Kevin Hart.
I thought you were talking
From
about
the
Devon. I
Emperor.
thought you were talking about Devon again.
No, but I reckon Australia should leave the.
Oh, here we go.
Leave that and go.
I'm
with
not going to
Austra-
get political.
Go
I
with
think
New
we should
Zealand.
become a.
I think the main reason why is because I want Australia and New Zealand to become one of the things, so we can just not have to worry about having.
we
a
should just go and
passport.
take New Zealand.
We should get a
just-
bridge.
Yeah, okay,
No,
okay,
like,
Russia.
because to be honest,
I can see New Zealand from my house.
I would love to take this podcast on the road and have us walk from Shiretown to Mordor, like just
That would be
recording
fun.
episodes
That would
all
be
the way
really cool.
through.
That'd be fun.
I've got shit to do.
Nah.
Okay, so you're picking me,
Of course.
reluctantly. Who are you picking?
Okay, I have seen Silver Sun. I think it would be shit to be rebooted. There's no way that presidential punch out, prime minister punch out, punch out of politicians is going to happen. So we've got to reboot Star Wars. Bring it into modern day.
It's the logical choice.
Got to bring it into modern day society. Make sure it is politically correct and it is sending a good message.
Okay,
Yep.
we're gonna leave
Yep.
from that. Paul, who are you picking?
Bean.
Bean.
Why? Why not me?
No, Bean.
Why not me?
I think Bean is good. If you can get a good cast, it's a great
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Bring it back.
coming from that, I'm gonna have to jump on Bean as well.
Okay.
Jump on Bean.
Because
Illogical.
like if you can't flick
Everybody
the bean,
wants to
you
play
have to
with my
jump on
bean.
it. But no, like just because like how like a lot of my childhood was just watching the like you said the same episodes
Yeah.
on repeat, and they were still funny every single
Yeah.
fucking time. And just even if Rowan Atkinson just comes back for like 5 episodes, just give me 5 more episodes.
Give
that's
me a
another
little
20
cameo.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes. Okay.
Just a physical shots.
Now we're getting to the hard part because
Yeah,
I
it's
had
gonna be-
way too much fucking fun with this episode.
Yeah, good. Me too, man.
Who do you think is the imposter? Sorry, the saboteur. We're not allowed to say imposter because they broke the Geneva Conventions.
What?
Among Us, they literally are against the Geneva Convention
Yeah.
for ever since they came out.
You know what?
What the hell
They
are
were
you
doing
saying?
raw crimes.
Who was?
The company that made Among Us.
The video game?
Yes. They were
How on earth were they doing
Now I'm
war
lost.
crimes?
just it's okay. It's a Dasco tangent, but I'll show you after.
Okay.
It's actually true. Like,
All right.
So I think
But they didn't coin the word imposter.
no.
no.
So we're okay.
I think it's pretty obvious that someone was just adamantly against someone. So I think that Paul's the imposter.
Oh, man. Pound your face in.
Okay, so we have one vote for Paul. James, who are you
We're
picking?
recording one tonight.
I also think it's Paul. I feel like he got irrationally angry at some of the other cast today.
Yeah.
Did I?
It was a bit weird. It's a bit uncharacteristic.
Yeah, he kept prodding other people to go on different tangents. He talked about some weird kids show. Yeah, I think it's Paul.
So that's 2 for Paul. Paul,
Yeah.
who
I
are
think
you
it's
picking?
Liam. Just being a dickhead.
For what reason?
Just being a douche.
Oh, okay.
See,
It's just rude.
I don't know. I feel like
We're
I
playing
think
the
it's
game.
Liam. And I think he's like, you know what? Paul made me upset to hide that he was a villain, so I'm going to do the same thing to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Yeah.
Copying others.
I don't think it was you, Paul.
Thanks, mate.
That's fair.
I think you've had a rough enough night already, and if you win as imposter, I will hug you because you deserve it.
Thank you.
That was hard.
Appreciate it.
I think it was James.
Okay.
He's constantly looking off at the table, doing weird shit.
That's just who I am.
And also making a lot of throwaway tangent stuff more than usual.
Interesting.
I just decided to be
Asking
involved
about
in this
Uncle
episode.
Ben.
I really wanted to know if they did a Flashpoint
That's
thing
it.
for Spider-Man, and that guy only ever talks about Spider-Man and apparently Star Wars. So
No, he's Star Wars. He's Spider-Man.
No, I did Star Wars today.
No. I'm saying that like you're.
I'm clearly the fan here.
So that's why I think we should if we want to get Liam, we've got to do a Spider-Man.
okay.
one.
Talk over him.
Yeah. Who's the best Carnage? Who would you recast as Carnage?
Rowan Atkinson. Aaron Coleman.
That would be interesting.
That'd be terrible.
I'm going to recast as Carnage.
So what are the votes? What are we
Christian
at?
Wiig.
So we've got 1 for James.
Yep.
2 for Paul. 1 for Liam.
Yeah.
He said, if you win as imposter, fantastic.
Okay, so we're going to do a countdown of 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay.
It was.
Paul.
It was me.
I was Paul.
Fucking hell.
Fuck.
So Paul, what'd you do, champ?
I don't think I got him. I was trying. I don't think I got
Nah, I
it.
think
was
you
too
were
angry.
focused on.
No,
some
no, no,
other
no, no,
things.
no. I don't really care. One of them
does.
was comment on the state of the location of the podcast. So when you were saying breaking the table, and I said this place is a
You
shit.
did do that.
You did say
Got
that.
that. The Seinfeld, what's the deal with?
That was a very good one. I like that one.
The one that I think I failed was trying to get one of you guys to yawn. Because I was yawning
Yeah, no,
a
I didn't.
lot.
I didn't.
You, I actually,
And I was
yeah, you
trying.
pointed at me. Yeah.
I did notice you yawning, but I didn't.
The yawn was to
reciprocate.
try and bait. I don't think I got it.
It's a hard one.
I know.
Yeah.
You're all psychopaths.
It's because
or
we don't
whatever
have
it
any
is.
fucking empathy.
Good well
Yeah,
done.
that's what it is.
Yeah, good
probably
job
doesn't help
inserting
that-
Jerry Seinfeld in.
Yeah, it did. You did. A really
It
good
helped
job.
with all your bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
Bullshit.
what worked against you, and I know a lot of our listeners can't see this, but everyone but Paul has an energy drink next to them.
Yeah. Very true.
I don't know
true.
why I couldn't get you guys to yawn.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Okay, so
But you, two of you were dads, so surely, like,
No,
yeah, okay.
built
no,
different.
I save my yawns for my kids. Use them as weapons. You look at them and just
I
open
yawn
a
at my
yawn.
kids.
But yeah, so that was a really fun episode. I had quite a bit of
That
fun.
was
there.
very good.
Paul didn't
Yeah.
have fun. There's a lot of quotes in there that I'm gonna have to turn into some merch in the future.
Aye.
Like Presidential Punch Out. That's a fucking great video game. But thank you for everyone for listening today. Did you pick the Saboteur before we did?
Who would you cast as Mon Mothma in the reboot?
Yeah,
Forrest
Yeah.
Whitaker.
Tom Holland again. He doesn't have enough roles.
if you want to reboot
Tom
Star
Holland's
Wars,
brother.
Okay, so we're going to finish that up today with
Nathan
say goodbye to everyone. See you later. Arrivederci. Anyone know any other languages to say goodbye?
Bye.
ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
Bye,
Yes.
cunt.
Adios.
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 Like the podcast.
Adios. Adios.